So, what is up, guys? It's the Holy City Heathen, aka Steve, aka the brain behind Encephalon Enslavement, the Blackened Death Doom metal solo project thing that I do, where I do everything. I do the drums, I do the guitars, I do the bass, the vocals, everything. I program the keys. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about how to record direct input guitars. And what I mean by direct input is you pretty much plug your instrument cable straight from your guitar straight into your audio interface. And that's it. There's no hardware, there's no amps, there's no loud noises in the room, none of that. You can monitor everything straight from your headphones, like, for instance, it works really good. You know, you can hear everything you're playing. And you're not disturbing anybody. I can only hear this in my headphones. And the mic, the recording isn't picking up anything else in the house. So if you live in like an apartment where you can't be too loud, or you live in a neighborhood with barking dogs, or you have kids that are constantly running around and, you know, being kids, or if you just generally have a loud environment in your home, this is a good way to record because it doesn't disturb anybody and it doesn't ruin your recordings. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. This is a drum beat we have right here. I use Addictive Drums too. It works great for my needs. You can load all kinds of different stuff in here. I'm using the Black Metal Essentials pack, which is not an Addictive Drums pack. It's a third-party pack. But anyway, here's some of the drum beats we're working with today. Then we also got this one, kind of a doom metal beat. And then we got this groovy one here. But anyway, so if you're wondering why this is already here, I'm actually recording this after all the other parts you're about to see because I'm trying to figure out the noise gate on this. There's times when I'm talking and it cuts out some syllables, so I do apologize. I think the audio is pretty good. I reviewed all of it, but you might notice some words might get kind of cut off or sound a little odd, and that's because the noise gate is trying to cut that. But I got it fixed now, so for future videos, it will be a lot better. But let's go ahead and rewind and get into the creation of what you see here. Alright guys, so we got us a drum beat loaded up in here, and now we are going to basically track some guitars for it real quick. Now this is completely improv, this is nothing I wrote, this is just something I'm going to come up with on the spot. But anyway, so let's go ahead and arm our tracks real quick. And then, we got to turn our metronome on, very important. If you're recording, record to a metronome. It's going to help you playing wise, timing wise, it's also going to help you with recording DI guitars, as you'll see here in a second. Alright, so let's go ahead and record it. Now, we're going to record that same thing again. Exact same thing. Alright, so I got it recorded. We're going to check it out real quick. This is no effects, this is just the dry signal. This is how it will sound before you use VSTs. It's not going to sound great, but let's just listen. So, not all that great, but turn the VSTs on, which, if anyone is interested, VST I'm using, I'll pull it over. EZMix 2, I'm using the Misha Genti Rhythm 5150. That's what I'm using. I know, kind of maybe a weird choice for black metal, but I think it sounds really, really great. There's a lot of clarity to it, but let's go ahead and listen to that same track now. See, that sounds pretty awesome, right? But let's go ahead, pan it all the way to the right, fully to the right. And we have the second guitar track. It's played the exact same thing. It's panned all the way to the left. We're going to turn on effects for that. Now, here is how badass dual tracking sounds. Let's go ahead and give it a try. So, pretty dope, right? But see, here's the good thing. Here's the thing. You might be like, well, hey, wait a minute. You still have all this other stuff to record too, like the second bar of it, right? Absolutely right. But here's the thing. Here's the great thing about dual tracking. You're just going to snip it there. You're going to snip it there. And because you recorded it to a metronome, all you got to do, copy and paste it. And listen, it's seamless. You wouldn't even know that I just copy and pasted the same riff. See? That's the beauty of tracking direct input and dual tracking. It just makes everything super big and super wide. It's pretty awesome. So we're going to go into this next part now. Let's go ahead and listen to the drum beat, see what kind of idea we can get. All right, so I think I've got something in my head. So, something you're going to notice about that, you notice I recorded it 2 full bars through. If I played it really well, something you can do to save you time, snip one of them, move it up, and let's see if they match up. Fucking glorious. Match up perfectly. Copy. Paste. Let's listen to the transition. Would never know. I know what you're probably thinking. Isn't that kind of cheating? Well, recording music's not a competition. There's really no way to cheat. It's just whatever the most efficient for you and gets the job done. Like I learned this from Periphery. I learned this technique from watching a recording video from Misha Mansour forever ago. And I don't think anyone's going to look at Periphery and be like, you guys are cheaters. I mean, it's not the fact that you can't play what you're recording. But like I know several people that think the way you record is you have to record it all in one take. You know how painstaking that is? Because if you mess up one time, guess what? You got to cut that. Got to try to punch in, and if you can't punch in, guess what? You got to re-record the whole thing. This way, if you record it piece by piece, if I screwed up one of these riffs, I could just go, oh, let me just do this one riff over. And I only have to do it good 1 bar. And then technically I got to do it good 2 bars since I'm doing and it works the same way for bass, guitar, pretty much anything. Just record 1 bar of it, get a good solid you get 2 good solid takes of it. And the key to this is when you play the 1 bar, you'll notice, like, when I recorded it, I did. You notice I stopped, like, right there. I played, like, a couple extra notes. That's the key. Always want to play the next couple notes after that. That way it blends in smoothly with the read. You don't want to just like, because then it could leave like a little tiny bit of space of no sound where your guitar mix will sound like din 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 pause dun, 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 and it just sounds really weird. But yeah, and then we have this next part here. So I think I already have an idea for that pretty much. So let's go ahead and run that. And then, just like we do, track it. See that next little open right there, that's that next note. Include that in, and then you just chop it off on the this one. See that little bit of the right there? That ensures you don't have empty space. And even do this with the drum beats. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Let's transition. So yeah, anyway guys, so that is how you go about recording direct input and dual tracking guitars. You can even do this with your bass. I plan to do a lot more of these kind of music videos, and this is probably going to turn into a song now, which this is how a lot of my songs turn out. It's like I just find a drum beat, I kind of think of a guitar riff or something off the top of my head, and then it just builds from there. Sometimes I'll go back, I'll switch some drum beats up. But I plan to do full videos on how I make music, and I'm also going to do a full like production of a song, you know, start to finish. You know, I might just use this. Anyway, guys, so if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like the video, subscribe, share it with a friend or something, and you know, if you have any questions or thoughts or concerns or whatever, post it down in the comments, and I'll get back to you guys. Anyway, hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Later!